Are you ready? I said, are you ready? You are listening to Voice of the Fans Sportscast, brought to you by none other than the voices of the fans. Discussing football, basketball, news, trending topics. The one-stop shop for all things sports. Voice of the Fans Sportscast. Hosted by none other than Ben Swift Reynolds, Taylor Gatwood, 100% RC, Professor Damian Flowers, and Tyler Wright.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Voice of Fan Sportscast. I'm your host, Ben Swift Reynolds. We have Professor Flowers and I'm also known with us tonight. Fellas, what's going on?
Light for a Tuesday.
Right. Man, I was talking to RC about Bronny and I'm also known. And it just, man, the slander won't stop. That picture Dustin sent, I was just like, come on, bro. Who would wear something like that?
Was that real or was that Photoshop?
It looked real. It looked like a real jersey.
You spent $150 for something to say
exactly.
Le sperm. You got some serious
some serious issues, man. Like, that's I don't know if he was trolling or he just like,
oh yeah, he trolled.
He trolled. I thought he was a Bronny fan or something. But man, do any of y'all guys have Xfinity?
Who? Xfinity?
I
use it.
Who you have now, Flowers?
Well, now I got YouTube TV as far as cable, but my internet is still through AT&T.
Oh dang, you lucky. Who yours through most on?
I don't want to say as far as TV.
Internet, not TV, just internet. You know what I'm saying? Just internet. I don't want that FBI at your door. Yeah, we get what you mean, bro.
I mean, but internet. The last time I had cable, I was watching like wrestling, like AEW, SmackDown at the time, and then like I was staying with my parents at the time, and eventually they got rid of it because they realized that cable was like streaming. Well, not streaming, but just not having cable was just the cheaper choice. Right. My parents got Netflix, Hulu, and I think that's about it. You know, that's about what everybody used in the house.
So let me tell you what happened to me, man. I changed my internet service, right? It was about 145, somewhere around there. So I dropped it down to 89, right? So I got my internet bill 3 days ago, and it was back to 145. I'm like, how? So I look at the bill. There was Netflix on my bill for $22. So I started like, that's weird, because I paid Netflix through Verizon. So I go through my bill. They've been charging me Netflix for about a year.
Wow.
And you didn't know?
You didn't know.
I didn't know. I didn't know how that mug got on there or what. So I called him, man. You know, I gave him the whole bit. I'm about to cancel my service and everything. And old dude was like, okay, I understand your complaint, sir. Of course, you already know where these people, where it's from.
What about your money back?
Right. So I asked him, I said, I don't quit my service and I need blah, blah, blah. He like, okay, I'm going to put you on hold, sir. Soon as he put me on hold, I heard click. And I was like, bruh, I was so mad.
And of course, you're not looking at it because I pay through some stuff through Verizon too, like Disney Plus and stuff like that. So you don't expect Xfinity to be billing you for Netflix.
So the moral story, check your bill. If y'all have Xfinity out there, whoever listening to the show, check your bill. You charge you $22.99.
Comcast always been dirty. I always hated them.
Dirty.
I always hated them.
So that's how my week got started with that. I was like, yo, I ain't know what to do. I was so mad, bro. But I called back. They gave me a little bit of refund, but not what I was looking for. But so I'm actively looking for a new internet service.
AT&T, man.
Yeah, it's not in our area. We don't have AT&T or Verizon.
I was gonna say, what about Verizon?
None of it is in our area. So I'm stuck with Comcast. But on a heavier note, guys, Jacoby Jones passed Monday. So we send our condolences to his family. I don't know, y'all can look up to see the report. I just seen it somewhere how he died, but I don't want to say if that's not how he died. But
I'm not.
So it's crazy. He died at a young age, man. Great football player, great person. What you say?
When he 40?
Yeah, he was 40 years old.
Yeah, that is young.
That's young. Got a highlight. So just for him.
Indiana University to the Eagles, and later on it was Lombardi bringing him out to the Raiders. Jim Harbaugh, that is. And there's going to be a run back from 9 deep for Jacoby Jones. And look at him go. Jones is past the 50, and he is flying inside the 20, and a kickoff return, 109 yards and a touchdown, an all-time record.
Boy, Jacoby Jones.
I know RC was sick of that.
I know. I bet he have nightmares all the time with that play.
But I think about, see, now when I think about Jacoby, I think about you most. What about the Denver Miracle?
Oh,
right.
Man. you ain't had to do that to me, man.
I still to this day. Joe Flacco just said, let me throw it down here. Jacoby somewhere down there. Who that they got lost in coverage back there?
Wasn't it that light-skinned guy? Was it
who we had at the time? Did we have Chris Harris Jr.?
Yeah, it was Chris Harris.
Yeah, I just don't know if it was him or not. I don't think it was him.
I think it was Chris Harris.
Somebody,
it was a light-skinned guy. He got lost. His eyes got caught looking in the backfield.
Flacco threw that thing about 70 yards downfield.
And so we had another passing today. Jaylen Brown died at the age of 69.
That's tough. That's freaking tough.
And like I was telling one of our guys at work, Vanessa Bryan and them, they were having their little quarrels. I don't know what it was over, but I was like, dang, I'm pretty sure they wish they could sell that stuff before he passed. So prayers up to the Bryan family again.
I think she came out with a statement, so I'm quite sure she said, positive and the right things to say.
Yeah, I hope so. All right, Jalen Brunson. He signed a new agreement, guys. Let me see if I pull it up. Dang, don't tell me I deleted it. Do anybody? Oh, here it is. 4-year, $156 million. Right.
Hey,
a lot of people said,
yeah,
a lot of people were joking about that he took a pay cut just to play with friends. Most of them know, you think he did the right thing?
If you want to win a ring, yeah. Because, man, if Brunson wins one ring in New York, he would be a legend forever then. Mm-hmm. I think that's what he understands. He could have, a lot of people talk about this loyalty stuff, like players not loyal to their teams, but they'll get rid of you in a second when you start digressing. So he did the right thing. And besides, OG got a big old contract, and I'm not sure how paying OG and Brunson will. I'm not sure how that would do for them, but he did the right thing.
Flowers, you like that contract he signed?
Man, I respect it, man, because in today's society, we're caught up in seeing everybody. They got to get the most out of everything. They got to get the most dollar amount imaginable. Look, I'm not trying to pocket watch anybody or anything like that, but and I know we're simple people because we're not rich, but I'm in the mindset of what's enough. I mean, you're making over $100 million. You know, I know you want the money, but do you want to be comfortable? Do you want to have a comfortable situation? Do you want to have a chance of winning? As of right now, I think Brunson probably can go anywhere in New York, get a free meal, get whatever he wants for putting the Knicks over because they haven't been over in years. So if they win a championship, he'll be the king of New York. That's if they win one. But to keep that core group, you got Bridges, Brunson, Devchenko, and all these people. Julius Randle still. You're paying a lot of people a lot of money. So for him to take the pay cut and be the one to make the sacrifice, because that's how you win games. You know, in the Professional Football League, in the Professional Basketball Association, and all of it. Someone has to sacrifice.
And you mentioned that they right there the cusp of winning a title. And if they do win a title, Brunson, man, he be trained like king forever in New York. He won't have to pay for anything. Randy said Brunson is reaching legend status already in New York with his team friendly contract.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah. Also, I believe at the end of this contract, I think he has a player option, which gives him guaranteed like a big contract after this contract. So, I mean, he may just take the big contract at the end.
Right.
And if so, I mean, if so, he deserved it.
Right. You know, especially in New York where they haven't won as much. All right. Question: which summer league player has impressed you the most so far? We'll start with you, Flowers.
Honestly, nobody to me. I haven't watched enough to honestly answer this question. I'm gonna be real with you. Because of the Bronny James talk, I've kind of tuned out of the summer league. But if I had to answer this question on short notice, I think the big guy Zach Edey pretty much has showed me, and the young kid from Houston also showed me that they're NBA ready. They're ready for 25 plus minutes a night. Edey will fit along great with the Grizzlies, and the Shepherd kid from Houston. He looks like he's ready to play. Like he's 10 levels higher than everybody else that's out there in the summer league. I think he had like 5 steals the other night to go along with the 20 plus points that he had. So me watching in my limited time that I've watched, I've seen those two, and I'm quite sure there's plenty of other guys that have been standing out, but those two caught my eyes quick.
Dang, so where you think the Rockets can go next year? Where you think they'll place next year?
They'll be playoff. They'll playoff team. Look, they were scratching at the bit this past season.
They did great at the end of the season. They played great at the end.
Yeah, then they missed about one game or something like that.
Yeah, Golden State put them out late. They remind me of Oklahoma City year prior. I remember we was on here talking about them, and we said then we seen Oklahoma City making a jump. I see the same thing for Houston.
I know Gatwood's jumping for joy.
Also, the player Flowers talking about is Reed Shepherd. Reed Shepherd. Yeah, he's a great shooter, and shooting is what Houston needs right now. I think they'll finish not 5 or maybe 6. I can see them being the 6th seed, which will be an improvement.
Big time. Who has impressed you in the summer league? Most known.
Honestly, Dalton Connect. He is ready. And I think it's because he spent the most in college, and perhaps maybe college players should stay in college a tad bit longer. Because right now he could start for the Lakers if he if they let him, of course. But I mean they probably wouldn't. But he could start right now.
What then? Was it the other night he had 17 or something like that?
I ain't catch the game the last night.
I think I seen the stat line.
It's
hard to tell because someone's Bronny posts that sometimes I follow Bleacher Report, NBA, ESPN, House of Highlights.
I want to add another one. DJ Burns,
NBA
roster. He's leaner. his back to the basket game is still impeccable, man. He's very quick off the spin, great touch around the rim. I hope to see him on the NBA roster. So let me not forget Mr. Burns. Shout out DJ Burns.
I'm pretty sure somebody pick him up. I mean,
he's in Cleveland.
Never have enough bids. Well, you say he's in Cleveland?
Yeah, he's with Cleveland.
Yeah,
right?
he's with Cleveland right now.
Oh, okay. So
he will be
Cleveland. Yeah, cause right now, what they have, Jared Jack and
Jared
Jack.
Jared Allen.
Jared Allen. I'm thinking about the point guard. Jared Allen. I said Jared Jack. Jared Allen. And shout out to Jared Jack.
Yeah, he'll be a great player coming off the bench. Actually, a great player because Jared Allen. He's really more defensive than anything. He's not a scorer. But DJ Burns, like, he has a great soft touch above the rim, and that's what I like about him the most.
I hope he makes the team and get on that bench because he can never have too many bigs. That's for sure. All right, Jaylen Brown beef with Nike. He finally came out and said the reason he think he'll left off of the USA team is because Nike didn't want him there. So I was like, okay, what's the problem with Jaylen Brown and Nike? I don't really remember the beef as much. So I did some digging and I found this article that explains what happened. Do y'all kind of recall what happened? Or
well, I know
this
they
article,
had a problem with the Kyrie situation.
Right? Yeah, so all right. So you were on track. So this what happened. His former teammate Kyrie Irving had become embroiled in a fresh controversy after sharing that link to a documentary in 2018 that wildly condemned anti-Semitic. And so Kyrie Irving lost his sponsorship with Nike and got suspended from the Nets over his behavior. Brown would later tell Boston Globe that he didn't believe Ivan was anti-Semitic, while also supporting his ex-teammate against the suspension. So Nike chairman came out and spoke against Kyrie Irving actions, and that's when Jaylen Brown said, "Since when did Nike care about ethics?" And so the Nike founder said he stepped over the line with that comment.
Here's my problem with it. Like, why is Nike choosing the Team USA players? Which I understand. I understand it. They've been doing that for the longest. I get it. Yeah, it's a money thing. But if it's a situation where it's politics coming into play, then you shouldn't really be choosing these players if you're going to get in your feelings. Mm-hmm. The conference MVP and finals MVP is not on the team. It really makes no sense. It's no disrespect to Derrick White, because I think he's a very good player. But, I mean, other than defense, I mean, Jaylen Brown is literally the better player in every category.
So, yep. Give your thoughts on that.
I'll piggyback on what Mo said, because I find, and I'm not trying to get into politics or anything on here, but I find Nike to be hypocrites. So you hypocritize Kyrie Irving for the supposed anti-Semitic statement or whatever, but you sit up here and take Colin Kaepernick and make off his movement. So I'm conflicted in between the two, because like I said, I'm not trying to go into all that, but we know Kyrie Irving is not racist or spewing, hate towards Jewish people or nothing like that. But you can sit up here and take his shoes away and Jaylen Brown defend that. But when Colin Kaepernick was going through his ordeal, with the knee and all that, didn't they made black jerseys for Colin Kaepernick? They made shoes for Kaepernick. They became the most selling things on the Nike
commercials,
Colin Kaepernick. So you can't pick and choose. When you see an opportunity to make money on one end, but you feel like what Kyrie said was going to take away. So I'm conflicted with Nike, and they just need to stay out of basketball business. Let's stop bringing politics into sports. we use sports as a release to get away from our crazy stuff going on in lives. Go ahead, Mos.
I have an idea for now on. The coaches, the head coach and assistant coaches, made the decision on who gets on the team.
They got Grant Hill up there, but I don't
Yeah,
think
but Grant Hill, I think
Coach
Grant Hill is part of the issue with Jaylen Brown as well.
I agree. I think it should be more the staff decision to pick the team. Leave it up to them because they know best. They know these players best. Not Nike. Nike always had their problem with people who then go the certain way they win or do the things they want them to do. So it's crazy that, like you mentioned, Flowers, politics and sports should not be mixing at all. It's all about how you perform on the court or field.
Now that we're into the pot, I gotta stir it a little bit because I have to ask the question, and I'm not saying Jaylen Brown's gonna hold up his fist, to show unity, black power, yada yada. But I just wonder what is so wrong when a black man or a woman, just tries to, just show black power as far as just raising awareness that we're trying to do better for our kind. It's not like we're rebelling or anything like that. When a black person go up somewhere and hold their fist up, it's for a reason, and it's never been anything far as anything negative in my opinion. So it tickles me when they try to rule out people like Jaylen Brown because they scared, like RC said last week, that he might go up and raise his fist up. What is the bad outcome that's going to come out of him raising his fist? That's all I'm saying.
Nothing, just showing that he believes in what he believes in. And thing is, other countries, they do their own thing, their own political stunts. And we seen it's not Australia that do the dancing and everything to show their culture. And you know what I'm talking about. So that's what I'm saying, like, they're just showing that he sides with his people. So I don't understand, like, they scared of that. Okay, gonna blow over like the rest of the stuff he usually do.
To me, I think it's all about business. I think the first question with Nike is it marketable? I think that what they saw with Colin Kaepernick, maybe they didn't see the market for Jaylen Brown. And the type of person that he is.
Yep, that was what Randy said. He said Nike saw that opportunity to sell for Cap. And what Jaylen Brown said sticks to what he was talking about. Y'all talking about ethics when y'all you literally using people to make $1.
You can't be pro-black for one thing because a man got his neck kneed on, he passed away, you use that to fatten your pockets. But when somebody's truly speaking out on social issues and everything else, you shouldn't turn a blind eye to that. That's just all I don't want to dwell on it too much, but I have to call it out like I see it. Like you can't sit up here and profit off of Colin Kaepernick and his movement and then try to stop Jaylen Brown's trying to raise awareness about something. Like it just doesn't mix. Now wrong is wrong, and and I'm quite sure nobody on this show will ever agree with wrong. So as long as somebody's doing something right and it's not affecting anything, why not stand behind it?
Exactly. It's just Nike, man. They always pulling stunts. That's why I'm more of an Adidas guy. But Nike always pulling stunts, man. Randy said, my respect to you all. USA is polarizing compared to other countries of the world. Randy, you almost got me with that you all because y'all down here. I almost didn't recognize. I was like, what is that?
Y'all.
You almost threw me off, Randy, with that you all. But yeah, it's just how things are. But Jaylen Brown deserved to be on the team. And they asked, this is what's so funny, they asked Tatum about it. And Tatum like, I don't know how to talk to Jaylen Brown. He didn't take off for him or nothing. He was just like, I don't even know. I don't know what's going on.
He's not going to say anything because it could fit his pockets.
Yep.
Right.
So he's like this.
He's like, don't ask me. Go find Brown and ask him. So yes, man. And Team USA, they barely got by Australia 2 days ago. The score was 92-98. I didn't catch the game. I think the game was played around 2.
Yeah, they showed.
Yeah, the time is the time zone.
It's bad for me. It's bad for me. Pretty much. I'm at work. What you say?
Is there anything in Abu Dhabi or something like that playing these?
That's the Middle East, ain't it?
Mm-hmm.
So they playing it in the time zone where we at work. So it was like 12-1. So I didn't really catch the game. So I can't really tell what's going on and why they barely getting body teams. Maybe they not showing all their things, all their hand.
First of all, Joel Embiid is playing terrible.
Very.
And it's I don't know, maybe the team Australia, they've been together longer than USA, because Team USA only been together for about a week.
Couple of weeks.
Yeah, a couple of weeks. And Joel, the biggest weakness of the team is really like a big man, or the lack of big men in the past.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It's just I expected Joel to play better in these international games, but maybe he's still adjusting. But like defensively, he's just being a liability.
He doesn't look like he's in shape. I mean, we can't. I mean, let's be honest here. He hadn't played in a few months. He was going through injuries. I would expect him not to be in tip-top shape, and it's showing. The rules are different. See, and I barked last week about the Derek White pick. I felt like they needed more size, like a Banqueros that's 6'10",
yes,
or something like that. Jaylen Brown, that they took Kawhi off the team. That's Kawhi Leonard 2.0, Jaylen Brown. So we're not just barking, just saying random names just to say it. No, we believe that the United States team is lacking in size far as the backcourt. So, the backcourt. Honestly, the backcourt and the front court in some aspects, but definitely with your 4 and 5 spots, they need more size.
It's possible that Joel is probably kind of out of shape. I realize that every time he just a step behind on perimeter defense, and like I said, like Australia, they drove the lot in that game, and they just scoring easy buckets. So he probably not in basketball shape.
Yep, that could be true from the look of him. Because then he had an injury for the playoffs, so I don't understand why he's not resting.
Bell's palsy, like he's going through a.
Yeah, I don't understand why he's playing. Right? And Kawhi's team president, I think the owner came out and he said he disappointed Team USA. He making it sound like he got kicked off.
The GM, it was
a GM. Mm-hmm. Yes. So I think that, like you said, they probably needed Jaylen Brown more than Kawhi anyway, because I don't think Kawhi, he was coming off injuries.
Man,
it's this whole team, like I mentioned, was full of injuries. So I don't understand why just didn't get fresh blood. Like, why not get fresh superstars?
Well, this is what I was saying earlier about Nike choosing this team. If it's up to me, if you look at this team on paper, this team is old. This team is lacking in size. Team is old again. And it's like, I mean, I understand why LeBron is there, but I mean, honestly, I would have picked some young guys.
Yeah, that's what I think. Like I keep mentioning.
Anthony Edwards is looking great.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
He's looking great. He reminds me of D Wade back then.
Halliburton, Tatum, and Ant.
And I'll say Ant is like the MVP on the team right now. Yeah, he's playing great as well.
Well, he said he's the number one option. He told everybody in the media that he's the number one guy. So that's why I like AE. That's why I like him, because he believes in himself. He know how to talk the talk and walk the walk.
Yeah, sometimes it's not a good thing though, because you just got to play great as a team.
Yeah,
like Kobe could have been the first. Kobe could have been the first option, but he was like, you know what? I'm on the team. I'm gonna just defend. That is strictly my goal. And of course,
I think Kobe knew he can get his anytime.
Well, yeah, when they played against Spain, then he scored. But Kobe main thing was defending the perimeter, and once again, one of the best perimeter defenders I ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, indeed.
So they shouldn't. Yeah. They shouldn't get into
you can go ahead and finish your thought.
Nothing. I was just saying they shouldn't get into this whole, I'm the first option type of person.
Yeah, you know AE, you know how he is.
Absolutely.
All right, guys, that's our NBA portion. We're gonna move on to our NFL. If y'all new to the show or you're returning to the show, do something for me. Like and subscribe, share with family and friends. We really appreciate that. Boost our algorithms on YouTube and everything. So what y'all want to do first? Top 10 receivers or the AFC East?
Let's go on and knock this receiver list out.
Yeah, let's do. All right, so what's going on? This is how we're gonna do it. We're gonna name top 5 guys. Then the next person name their top 5, so on, so on. Then we come back around and name the last 5. How about that?
Cool. That's cool because I did a top 15, but yeah.
You always do a top 15.
Hey, I did my research on this.
I don't do research. I look at on skill guys. I look at them. I'm like, dang, that's a dang on top 10 guy. It's a lot of receivers though. It's a lot of guys that really deserve to be in top. It's a lot, man, to be honest. And it really kind of frustrating that I gotta leave guys off that I think that deserve to be in those spots, but it is what it is. All right, my top 5 receiver are Justin Jefferson, Devontae Adams. We see Devontae Adams. What's that TV show called HBO? Was it Receiver? What's it called?
On Netflix, the receiver.
Oh, isn't it? Yeah, the receiver. You see his man. He like, man, he trying to get me killed out here every day. So Devontae Adams number 2, Tyreek Hill number 3, Ja'Marr Chase number 4, and Amon-Ra St. Brown number 5. That boy bad.
Who you say 5?
Amon-Ra St. Brown.
I got you.
What you say, Flowers?
No, I was just telling most what you had said.
All right, Flowers. Who you have?
All right. My number 1 is Justin Jefferson. Number 2, Tyreek Hill. Number 3, CD Lamb. Okay. Ooh. Number 4, Amon-Ra St. Brown. And my number 5, AJ Brown.
Unlike, see, with Lamb, I feel like he's somewhere in between. You had him 3. I thought he was like 5 or 6. Mm-hmm. He's a good man. I
disagree. Disagree.
You real? All right. So who your top 5?
Number 1, I got CD Lamb. Number 2, I got Tyreek Hill. Number 3, I got Amon-Ra St. Brown. That's a long name. Number 4, I got Puka Nacua for the Rams.
I respect it.
And number 5, I got Mike Evans, Tampa Bay.
I respect it.
Number 5, Mike Evans.
That's a consistency thing. I respect it.
Yeah, that's why he. Yeah, that's why. Mike, it's 1,000 yards every season. Yeah,
but also, man, he's the perfect receiver.
I want to talk about Lamb for a minute. I know the dude. He can run all the routes, right? You know, he's a great receiver. But I feel like some of the other guys, like Hill and Adams and Chase, I feel like they're more dynamic with the ball in their hands.
I disagree. Well, it's not that I don't disagree with you. Last year was the time of reckoning for CD Lamb. He proved so much to me last year because we didn't know, honestly, how Dallas offense was going to look. Let's be real here. They lost Zeke, they lost Cedric Wilson, they lost a few pieces, they lost Dalton Schultz. So we knew that CD Lamb was going in. He was going to have a lot on his shoulders. Lamb had 135 catches for 1,749 yards, ladies and gentlemen. So that latter end, he proved to me that he can handle the workload, the productivity, he can stay healthy. It's everything he did last year just reeked of top 5, but definitely top 3 to me. And look, I almost put him at number 1, but I just had to remember, man, Justin Jefferson, if he doesn't get hurt, you know, he's going to have another 110, 120 catches. So I can't take that away from him. So I really can't be mad at you for putting him so high because, hell, I was almost there myself.
And also, You gotta understand, man. Dak had a great freaking year, man.
Yes, he did.
I think he gonna be number one. He might be number one receiving yards. I feel like I'm confident. To say he 5 or 6, that's low. That is low to me.
You on mute, Ben?
I feel like I don't know how they got muted, but there was like a couple of guys I feel like just more dynamic, especially with their circumstances, like JJ. I mean, Kirk Cousins was throwing the ball, then he went, with after
Remember,
Cousins.
he was hurt for about half of the year.
Yeah, he was hurt, but he was still putting up some numbers here and there. Then with Adams, he had a rotating door quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
And I have all these terrible. So that's why I was saying Amon St. Brown, the dude he just open all the time. I can't put my finger on the dude just open. And he make tough catches. I know CeeDee Lamb do the same thing, but Brown he just crisp with him, man. He just so smooth. So I did Lamb, and I ain't no hate towards Lamb, but I just see other guys that's kind of up there. All right, my 6-10 is AJ Brown. It's funny, man. Flowers had Brown and Brown. Cause I had Amon St. Brown on 5. Right. I had Amon. You know his name is actually means sun god. I think it's in Egyptian. Amon St. Brown.
Sun Ra.
Yeah, Ra. I think that's the Egyptian god, the Egyptian sun god.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that until I actually looked at the spelling. I'm like, hold up, I've seen that before. But AJ Brown number 6, CeeDee Lamb 7. Amari Cooper, dude still just does it. I don't know how with throwing quarterbacks, but he just do it every year. So I got Amari Cooper number 8. Keenan Allen do have monstrous year. Monsters. I mean, he was putting up numbers and receiving yards like crazy. I have him number 9. Then it pains me because I left Chris Olave off. I gave it to Mike Evans at 10. Chris Olave, he almost made it, but he just not ready yet. He just not there. All right, Flowers. So you have 6-10.
Where's my 6 at? My 6, I got Jamar Chase for number 6. I have Devontae Adams number 6. Jamar Chase number 7. I have Michael Pittman Jr. number 8.
Okay.
Puka Nacua number 9. Mike Evans number 10.
See, I love Puka off too because I didn't know for sure it was just Cooper Kupp, him being hurt. All right,
Michael Pittman is not a top 10 receiver, not yet. But I like him.
Dude got an upside. He got an upside.
But if you want to know why, we can come back to it after you're done.
Because you're a fan. He's a fan.
But I got to back it.
Hey, we talked about Michael Pittman last year, Flowers. We were ranting and raving about him because dude he's a big receiver upside. He go up there and gets the ball in traffic, man. He just does the whole 9 yards. I love what he do. But Puka, we go back to Puka and Michael Pittman. Must know who you have in your 6-10.
All right, number 6, I got Jamar Chase. Number 7, AJ Brown. Number 8, I got Justin Jefferson. Number 9, I got Stephon Diggs. Number 10, I got DJ Moore.
Yeah, that's another guy, DJ Moore. I consider him putting in number 10. Why you have JJ so low?
Injuries.
Okay.
That's all. I kind of base it off like, I mean, I'm not gonna rate a guy high if he was just injured like that. But I mean, I'm gonna still make sure I put him on the list though.
I asked both of y'all this. Flower, you think JJ gonna have a drop off?
I'm in between with it because look, I seen Larry Fitzgerald catch 100+ balls from no-name guys for years, so I don't think Jefferson will fall off. I mean, he caught 68 balls for 1,000 yards, being hurt last year, so that's why I want to take him out of my top 5. So, like I said, with the limited time he had, he still racked up 1,000 yards. So I don't think the production will fall off too far.
Yeah, what about you, Muscle? You think JJ gonna have a drop off with JJ McCarthy throwing to him?
No. Not at all.
Okay.
Throw it deep, young fella. He gonna catch it.
Will RC say the handoff merchant? That's a t-shirt. That's a t-shirt. Handoff merchant. All right. So back to Puka. I didn't put him in my top 10 because I felt like there's a lot of guys on there. But when I thought about the system, because we seen Cooper Kupp do this 2 years ago, and now Puka. It just kind of like, is this for real or just this really just the system, getting him open and Kyle Williams exploding onto the scene, which made things a lot easier for that offense. And so that was really my thought waves going with Puka. So Flowers, what was your reasoning for Puka?
We gotta think early off in the beginning of the year, Cooper Kupp was hurt, so a lot was put on Puka Nacua. And he delivered. With that being said, he was a rookie. He put up 105 catches for 1,400 yards, 1,486 to be exact. So he had to be in the top 10 because Cooper Kupp came back, ladies and gentlemen, and he still outshined Cooper Kupp. And I know he was coming off an injury and stuff, but come on now, Cooper Kupp, that's his offense. That's the guy that got the majority of the looks. It didn't fade off, and I worried about that when Coop came back. It never faded off, so I think it told us then Puka Nacua was here to stay.
All right, Muscle, you got any thoughts on that?
I mean, I got him 4. He, in my opinion, he didn't have a bad game the whole year.
He told us up when we played us.
Man.
Yeah, actually, what's so crazy is I picked him up week 1 in my other fantasy league. I had Cooper Kupp. I drafted Cooper Kupp, right? And I picked up Puka in free agency. I was able to trade Puka for another top receiver. Oh, I was able to trade Puka for Amon-Ra Brown and I forgot who the running back was, but that trade won me my fantasy league pretty much. I solidified my running back position, so it paid off for me. RC thinks that the Kyle Williams is I won't say flash in the pan because of the system, but he have his thoughts on Kyle Williams. So I'm kind of the same way with Puka. I'm kind of just seeing what he's going to do this coming up season.
Right?
Is it for real? For real? All right. So that's our top 10. Oh, Michael Pittman Jr. Go ahead and talk about your guy. Cause I want to hear this.
I can't let this slander of most Pittman Jr.
Hold on. I like Michael Pittman.
I want to give him the case of why I put him in the top 10.
All right.
I mean, of course, because I've watched him from a rookie to now. He's been in 2 or 3 different offenses. He's had 4 different quarterbacks, and the production has not swayed off. Last year, he caught 109 balls for 1,152 yards. The yardage could be higher, but let me tell you something about Michael Pittman Jr. He is a go-to monster in the middle of the field. He gets 11, 12 targets a game. He's coming down with 9 if he's getting 12 targets. He is consistent. He is strong. He is physical. When he doesn't play, the offense drops off. Hence, when we went to Atlanta and lost in Atlanta, we did not have Michael Pittman Jr., and the offense was miles crazy without him. So I think Michael Pittman Jr. is definitely the number 1 option, man. And I only see the production going higher from here because when you add pieces like A.D. Mitchell and Pierce might come along his 3rd year, he's getting stronger. And we just need Anthony just to stay healthy. And I think you will really see how great Pittman is.
I respect that. I respect that. I was going to say, because I did a field team, I'm going to go through this quick. 11, I had 11, I had Devontae Adams. 12, I had Amari Cooper. 13, I had Garrett Wilson from the Jets. 14, DK Metcalf. And 15, Michael Pittman Jr.
I like that.
RC love him some DK.
Not mad at that at all. I do want to add, I had Olave, Keenan Allen, Amari Cooper as honorable mentions in the top 10 for me.
Yeah, I had DK, Olave, Puka as my honorable mentions that I was just battling at number 10. I just gotta give it to Evans, man. I can't leave off Evans. Not the way, all the years he been consistent with his receiving. All right. Let's do our NFC East record prediction. This was hard. Especially when I'm thinking about the Cowboys and the Giants, really. Because it can go either way, I feel like. So y'all want me to start off with we'll start off with the Cowboys and I'll get my record prediction for them. I have them going 9-8.
The Cowboys?
Yes, 9-8. They have a tough schedule. The NFC East have a tough schedule this year. And the only reason I'm giving them 9-8 because the Cowboys, they really predicate on the running game. And their running backs, you really gonna rely on Zeke and then what Rico Diddley or whatever his name is, and
whatever his name was.
Yeah, whatever the guy name was, then Zach Fon, he's shorter than me, I believe. So
come on, hold on, whoa. You still can't say that, but you love Darren Sproles when he was with the Saints.
Yeah, but Darren Sproles was different though. That was like the only short guy I just really loved like that. But Deuce Vaughn, it just y'all seen his mini count. I don't know. Can we rely? He can disappear now. He can disappear and come out on the other end.
Sproles was no, and when I say this, like I say, the younger kids say whatever they be saying nowadays. Pause.
Right.
He's thick. He was thick.
Yeah, Darren Sproles was like 5'7", but he was like 210.
Yeah,
or someone right there. Dude was big. He was not small. Deuce Vaughn, I only know he's the 180. He might be 180. 185. I'll give him 190.
He's probably he had an off season, so I would think he would have got bigger far as size. Well,
right.
A little weight on him.
But that worries me. The O-line, they lost two players, I believe, Tyron Smith and somebody else. I think the other guy retired, if I'm not mistaken. But they lost some key guys on the O-line, and then the running back situation. So we're gonna really rely on Dak to throw it that many times instead of trying to run it. I hope not.
They did it last year, man. He threw it 40+ times a game.
He did, but they don't need to put all the pressure on Dak again. I feel like they need to be more balanced, and so that's why I have them going 9-8. It's a lot of question marks for me on the offense side of the ball. The defense, they play stellar. They'll rank 7th last year. So it really gonna come down. Can they move the ball and can they keep pressure off Dak? So I have them going 9-8. What about you, Flowers?
I got Dallas 11-6. First and foremost, Dallas has been undefeated at home the last 2 years, if I'm not mistaken. So we can't expect them to really lose too many home games. All right. The NFC, and I haven't looked at I'm gonna be honest with you, I haven't looked at the schedule fully. So I can't tell you who the opponents are as far as AFC wise, but let's be real here. The NFC is watered down compared to the AFC. They are grabbing each other at the necks and scrapping them, pulling everything in the AFC. NFC, if you got a good quarterback, good offense, you're probably gonna make the playoffs. So I see the Cowboys winning 10. I'm gonna go with 11 games, but I still see them winning double-digit games.
I can run you the AFC schedule, the AFC teams they got to play against real quick. You want me to?
Go ahead.
Okay. Cleveland, they start their season off with Cleveland.
Can't trust them.
Yeah. Baltimore at week 3. Pittsburgh week 5. Then after that, so
they play the AFC.
I'm just go through the schedule. I'm just go through the schedule because I'm seeing some really good teams. I'll just name the good teams. So they got to play Baltimore. I don't know what Pittsburgh is, but I'll name Pittsburgh. Then they have the Lions. Then they have the 49ers. Then they have the Eagles. Then they have Houston. Then they have the Bengals. And, of course, the Eagles again. So that's really the hard teams they got to play against.
I can see 11. I can see them 11 games out of that.
Yeah, I'll keep them. The only losses I gave to them is only because of the harder team. So I'm expecting them to win.
Cowboys' strength of schedule is tied 12 at pretty much 50%.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's about
right in the middle.
50.
Yeah, right in the middle.
So 11-6, I have them going 9-8. All right, most on what you have them going as?
Cowboys, I got them winning 12 games. I think Dak is going to ball out and CD Lamb. And as far as what they're gonna do in the playoffs, I don't know. But I
lose
think
in the first round.
I think this is a very good team offensively and especially defensively. So I got them going 12 games this year.
Dang, that mean they win the division, huh?
Possibly.
Yeah. When I say 11 games, I'm thinking they win the division.
That's what I'm thinking. When 11 or 12. The Giants. What you say?
Now I was gonna say that I think the Cowboys are gonna win most of their home games, and they might win. I'm pretty sure they can win like a 1 or 2 games at away.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I ain't really a Cowboy hater, but I don't like it.
Really. Yes, you is.
I like Dak.
I am. I can't. Well, it's the fans. I can't say.
Yeah, trust me. I know a lot of Cowboy fans, and I love it when they lose. All right, the Giants, man, dude, I was trying to muster up wins for them.
Good luck.
I think I gave them. Got them going 4-13. The defense is great. They added Burns. They added a couple of pieces on the D line. I mean, the team is stout on the defense side of the ball. You lose Saquon, right? He was the key to your offense. And I think the backup is the guy from the Texans. Who was that? Devin Singletary that had a great year with Texans?
Yeah.
So he's the leading back for the Giants right now. So we really relying on Daniel Jones to get the ball to his receivers, which, who knows? Can he do that?
Got neighbors.
He got neighbors. So that's the thing. If they really putting all their money on Dan Jones, then they got him receiver and neighbors. I think Jalen Hyatt is out there.
Mm-hmm.
And I forgot the other kid name, the speedster. The other speedster. The other what's that dude's name?
Robinson, what his name was? Or was it something?
It'll come to me. But other than that, we really think Daniel Jones just gonna sling it all over the field. I hope not, guys. I'm not seeing it.
Good luck.
So I have him 4-13. The defense gonna keep him in games, but Daniel Jones gonna find some way to screw all that up with turnovers. He had to fumble out his last year. So we're gonna see how things work out. All right, Flowers, what do you have the Giants as?
Ben, you must have been looking on my paper because I got them 4-13. I might need to go 3-14, but I'm gonna stick with 4-13. Yes, they have a great defense, but the thing is about defense, Mr. Swift and when the offense can't stay on the field and give that defense time to rest, it don't mean anything. Doesn't mean anything in the National Football League, ladies and gentlemen. So what I'm saying is you can have all the defense in the world, but going 3-and-outs, Jones is fumbling, throwing interceptions. What does it mean? It doesn't mean anything. So I think the Giants will go 4-13. I don't think Daniel Jones. Well, you know what? Let me change that. The Giants are getting exactly what they paid for because they should have paid Saquon 2 years ago and kept Daniel Jones on a year-to-year basis instead of giving him a fully loaded deal. So now you get what you pay for. Brian Dable, your job will continue to be in doubt and in danger because of the decision the front office made. I know they wanted another splitting image of Eli Manning and Daniel Jones, went to Duke, got coached by Cutcliffe and all that, but it doesn't translate to what Eli Manning was and what he did for that organization. So I'm saying 4-13.
All right, and then this whole offseason, Daniel, Dable, he going at with his coaching staff and fired the defensive coordinator or the staff because they were beefing about something, about play call, or I can't remember exactly what they were beefing over, but he fired that guy. And so it's a lot of question marks with him. With his erratic behavior of bashing people and calling people idiots and all that type of stuff. Is he gonna sink his own ship? Most unknown. Oh, Darius Slayton. That's the name I was thinking about.
Slayton. Gotcha.
Yeah. Most unknown Giants. What's the record?
Last 3-13. I seen that. I don't know if this is true, but apparently the Giants allowed the most sacks since 1986. You can't win if you can't protect the football. the offensive line is horrendous. Let me say this too. I think we give Daniel Jones like a bad rep. I think he's decent, but once again, nobody can do anything with that line.
I disagree. Because we seen
we saw what's him called
Tyrod come
the black
in
guy.
effective.
Yep. Tyrod Taylor. Was it Tyrod Taylor that went in?
Tyrod?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. He had a good. I think he won them 2 or 3 games, if I'm not mistaken.
And then Dan Jones has legs; he can run. So you should be
poor man, Josh Allen.
I see what you mean.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
He said, "I'm trying to give some."
I feel you, but like I said, you can't.
We can give him a lot of slack, but I think a good bit of it is.
I think he's a great athlete.
Oh yeah,
sure.
No doubt.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I lie. I'm lying because you don't break away on an 80-yard touchdown and trip up on your feet. I will forgive him for that.
That's why I say you're a poor man, Josh Allen, man. That's crazy what he did. And look, we were saying, man, give Daniel Jones give him receivers. Well, he got Neighbors and Slayton and Hyatt.
I think he because of Darren Waller, I think they got Bellinger at tight end. I think so.
You might be right.
Yeah, I think Bellinger is gonna start, which I like Bellinger. He's a good young.
I don't know too much about Bellinger. Well, he's a rookie.
He came in as a 4th round pick, but he's pretty good in my opinion. But like I said, without Saquon and offensively, I just think they're just terrible. So
right, and the whole thing with Singletary being a primary back, I mean, he had up and down years. His best years were with the Texans, his last year. So I don't know if he can reproduce what he did for them behind that O-line. So I don't know. That's another question mark. All right, the Eagles, I have them going 11-6. Saquon just taking them to another level. They drafted 2 DBs. They sure up that back end. I think the defense will be a lot better from what they was doing. And Jalen, they just take pressure off Jalen Hurts and not try to do everything. You got Saquon back there who can catch the ball in the backfield, can run. He can be a game breaker for sure. And I think it just take the offense to a whole new level. Flowers.
I got the Eagles 9-8. No, let me change.
We swap.
I'm gonna put them at 10. I'm gonna put them at 10-7.
Okay.
Because I don't trust Nick Sirianni and his leadership skills. All right, that team fell apart last year, and they got obliterated in the playoffs. What about that situation has changed enough to make me think that Sirianni is going to get them out of that hump? Yes, they added Saquon, but in the midst of adding Saquon, you lose a Hall of Famer and Jason Kelce, your center. Centers are important, ladies and gentlemen. That man anchored that offensive line, and they still have great pieces on the offensive line. But I don't think we're accounting for the loss of Jason Kelce. That is a humongous loss for Jalen Hurts and company because he helped. I'm quite sure he helped, with the pass and blocking schemes and so on and so forth. I can go on and on about what offensive linemen can do. But I think Jalen Hurts is going to be able to tell the difference in not having Jason Kelce this year. It's just like they're young defensively. I know they signed Devin White, so they do have some experience on the second level now. You're getting the Kobe Dean coming back, a lot of injuries, a lot of young guys. So I'm thinking that's going to take a minute for Cooper DeJean and the Mitchell kid to figure some things out, because Bullets are going to come flying at them early and quick. They're not going to be able to take no days off until they play the Giants. But it's more of, we know they have talent. It's more of, can Nick Sirianni coach this group and get the swag back, the morale back that they had before they failed last year. That's going to be the key. But I do have them winning 10 games.
All right, on. You think they moved? You think that Cooper DeJean is going to get put at safety?
He can play both. I know he played both in Iowa. So
Iowa.
you put him where he's best fit. But you still got Slay So I can see the Gene probably being the 2 guy, or like I said, if they need a safety, you put them back there, and you got the Mitchell kid too. So it's good that they added depth to the team because I said you need that extra nickel guy. You need somebody that can play safety. I know they got Gardner Johnson back. I can't think of it. I think they had Blankenship as a safety and somebody else.
Yeah,
So
Blankenship was terrible.
you got better. They got better overnight secondary. They just have to figure it out. Their babies. They have to figure that out.
That's what I was about to say. Cooper DeJean can be more of like a CJ Gardner type player too. Because CJ, he can play safety sometimes, play nickel, play where he need to be all over the field. So the Eagles, man, they got some moving parts back there. Most unknown, the Eagles.
This was a hard one because I feel like the lowest ceiling they could win by 10 games, and the highest they could go for about 12.
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of people kind of underestimated Jalen Hurts, and he was literally hurt for most or half of the time last season. I'm gonna say 11. I'm gonna give them 11 wins.
It was another race in the NFC East with the Cowboys and the Eagles. I think it was a race last year. Didn't the Eagles beat them out by 2 games? No, the Cowboys beat the Eagles out.
They ended up winning the division.
Yeah, winning the division. They beat them out by what?
Eagles had to go to Tampa Bay. Beat them by a game.
By a game, I think. All right, the Commanders. This was tricky too. They got a whole new regime over there. New quarterback, Jaden Daniels. Brian Robinson is back there. Good receivers. It just, I don't know nothing about Jaden Daniels. I don't know how they're gonna use him. I don't know how they're gonna use him. I don't know. What you say?
I'm quite sure you've seen some of his highlights. I get what you're saying. That's gonna translate. I get it.
Yeah, I really don't know what's their game plan for him. Are they gonna use him as a dual threat, or he's gonna be sitting back there in the pocket? Or are they gonna use more bootleg, play action type stuff? Try to get him out there on the move. So it's a lot of question marks for me in the quarterback situation, but I still think they're a formidable team with their defense. They're always flying around and making plays, and with them not having a quarterback and he can just take care of the ball and just make the right decisions, they can win a good amount of games. I think teams should not take them lightly, that's for sure. So I have them going 7-10. All right, Flowers, what about you?
Look, I actually went back and forth with this one because I'm a set them in a bracket. I got them 8 and 9, and that's the low end for them. I think they can possibly win 9-10 games if everything go right for them. You bring Dan Quinn over, you let him take over the defense. The defense is gonna get better. The Commanders' defense is good. They had the spots last year. They just couldn't show a lot of things because of the inconsistency with the offense. So you bring in Jaden Daniels, the Heisman Trophy winner. Guy is electric. The only thing I will worry about Jaden Daniels is can he take a lick in the National Football League? He gonna have to hold on to the ball. He dropped it a lot in college when somebody thumped him. So, but as far as his quarterback skills, he can make every throw. The ball comes out quick. He's accurate. He's faster than you think. I'm gonna tell you that now. He's faster than you think. So if he takes off and you see him get 20 yards, you be like, dang, how did he do that? That quicker than you think. But his release, everything set up for Jaden Daniels to have a probably win the Offensive Rookie of the Year. I wouldn't be shocked. You got to realize he still got McLaurin. He still got Samuel. He still it's some weapons out there in Commanderville land. So don't be surprised if Jaden Daniels, ends up winning Offensive Rookie of the Year and they be a formidable opponent. Maybe at the end of the year, scratching for that 7th spot. We just never know.
You're right. I forgot they added the OC is Cliff Kingsbury, so I can see, I guess, some more Kyler Murray type packages for him because he is mobile, and it might translate well. It might. Cliff know how to coach them type of quarterbacks. Most unknown, the Commanders.
This one's tricky as well, but I think they win 7 games. 7, maybe a hard 8. But I like Jayden Daniels and man Terry McLaurin.
Terry.
Man, one of the most underrated receivers in the game right now. So
right.
I think Jayden will throw about 25, at least 25, 30 touchdowns, possibly.
That's a good number.
Yeah, about 25, 30. Like you say, he may end up winning offensive record of the year. And also just keep this in mind. I doubt this happened, but the 49ers receiver Brandon Aiyuk.
Aiyuk, yep.
Aiyuk.
Happening.
Man, these names, boy. These names, man. But
they be getting me all the time.
Yeah, but one of the destinations is Washington. I doubt that he go to Washington, but we never know. If he's happen to go to Washington, then Jayden McDaniels will definitely have a great year. And they will at least win about 9 games. I won't say 10 because I just don't think they're there yet, but it makes a big difference.
Since you brought up Aiyuk, he, like you said, he asked for a trade out of San Fran. How do you value Aiyuk, Flowers? What kind do you think he's a top receiver, number one, or you think he's more of a counterpart as a number 2?
He is a 1B kind of a guy. I don't want to call him 2 because he get out of his route so well and he's open a lot. I know he plays in Shanahan's system, but we do have to realize he knows how to get open. He can get in and out of his routes. He know where to sit down. I think he had like 1,300 yards this past year.
1342.
Okay, thank you. 1342 to be exact. Okay, so we're looking at that. That's not by accident. I don't care if Debo Kittle is out there. You still got to go out there and do it. Now, where the conflict of interest comes in with that, he thinks he deserves $30 million a year.
Mm-hmm.
The 49ers can afford to do that. This is one thing I respect about my boy Michael Pittman Jr. Michael Pittman Jr. could have probably took 27, 28, but he didn't. He took about 24, 25 for 3 years with Indianapolis to give us some leeway, but he also got a comfortable payday. So we do have to take into account he's in San Francisco. Taxes are higher, in Cali than Indiana, Florida, so on and so on. So every little penny Brandon Aiyuk gets, he wants to get the most out of the dollar if he's going to be in San Francisco. San Francisco's not going to pay him. They made it obvious when they drafted the kid from Florida in the first round. So they're telling somebody, hey, we think you're expendable. We don't think we need you. So he prepared to trade. Obviously, we've been knowing this, but they're going to send him to the East Coast somewhere, in my opinion. They're not going to keep him close to the division. I can see him trade. I wouldn't be shocked if he ended up a Patriot. Because I know they tried during the draft. I think they tried also, but it makes sense that it's the Commanders because they played together at Arizona State. So that makes sense. Hopefully it works out for Brandon. Get paid, man, but sometimes the grass is green on the other side.
Yeah, I think
the young branch.
I think the teams that are interested is Pittsburgh, Patriots, Bills, and Washington.
Oh yeah, Bills for him too. That is correct during the draft.
Bills do need a receiver. They need a receiver because Keenan Coleman.
Yeah, they got Keenan.
He's still raw. Raw.
My thing is this: does this hurt San Fran by him?
I think the same
letting
thing.
Him walk?
It can.
I think it can because their receivers depth chart is not deep. I mean, after that, with Jennings.
Yeah, you got Jennings and
is it Isabel? Is Isabel still there? Or they let him go?
Don't make me lie to you.
After Jennings, I kind of get lost at the 49ers receiving core. Yeah.
What about Jacksonville? I'm just throwing that out.
They got a lot of receivers in Jacksonville.
With different, they got who they just brought somebody else in.
I can't think of.
They Who was Buffalo's second option last year? He's down there. Christian Kirk. They're playing Christian Kirk a good bit of money.
I forgot about Christian.
Oh, Gabe Davis. Yeah, Gabe Davis down there. Yeah.
Davis. So and then they just paid Trevor Lawrence too. So I thought Jacksonville got the loot to do it.
Hey, I'm gonna just say this: Broncos, we need a receiver.
That's true.
Right. Cause y'all did let go Cortland Sutton, didn't y'all?
No, Courtney's still on the
Are
team.
you still there? It's the other. It's
We got rid of sorry ass, but
he's so sorry we don't even remember his name.
Judy.
Jared Judy.
The AKA just another guy.
Just another guy. Like that dude crazy.
Shout out
trying
to
to fight Steve Smith. You trying to fight Steve? Come on, bro. He was like doing dances, aggressive dances around Steve Smith. Like what is that? A warrior dance or something?
But yeah, we could really use him since we got Zach Wilson and a rookie quarterback.
That is true.
Right.
We could definitely use a player like that.
We're going to get into our sports news real quick, but first, we're brought to you by Bet Us. We got your game. Man, Flowers won big, doing
baseball.
Drafters. Yeah, you're doing baseball and drafters. So use Bet Us to place your bets. They have player props available. So get you some cash. College football is right around the corner.
Yes.
So we need it. I've been hitting. When I play Bet Us, I usually just do a couple dollars. So I don't know much about baseball. So I've been hitting like $20, $40. Nothing big. I'm not playing nothing big right now. I'm just trying to keep myself occupied with sports, pretty much. Especially with baseball, they've been up and down. It's so hard.
It's up and down.
Dude, the Yankees, man, look. Leave the Braves alone. Don't bet on the Braves. Never.
Look,
I promise you.
The Dodgers. You have to be careful with them.
Man, Dodgers is not on deep. It makes no sense.
Right. I feel like they so good that they don't care. Like
because they play all they play is 500 million.
Right. They just be cakewalking sometimes. Like they'll blow a team out, then like, they let the Marlins catch them.
I don't the Dodgers pitching is up to par like it needs to be. So that's a lot of their problems. And then I think like Mookie Betts has been hurt. They
got a lot of injuries.
Speaking of college football comes out on the 19th officially, but a lot of people already been playing. Apparently, so many people was on the service last night. They were slow, but
yeah, that's why
I want to throw that out there.
Look, my Xbox is trying to tempt me, like I was telling Flowers, man. They put the pre-order 10% off, so now it's $62.99.
At least y'all get the 10. Like you think PlayStation gonna give a 10% discount? Hell no.
No. How much was it on PlayStation? 69.
Yeah, y'all, it's that. Like I paid the 100 for.
Oh, you got the deluxe?
Yeah, I wasn't about to pay
nice.
for both, but
yeah, cause Madden. I don't think you do. You still care about Madden?
Now the NCAA is out, no. I can wait to pay $20 for it in December.
Right. With the Xbox Game Pass, they put all their video games for free. I got MLB 24 for free.
How much is y'all Game Pass? Like what, $20 a month?
They upped it to 16 because now they offer free games.
See that's not bad. Now you can get up to date games and you're paying just monthly to do it. That's cool.
Yeah, because they gave me 2K for free. Like this is like 3 or 4 months ago. They gave me MLB free, 2K free, Madden free.
See, I've been a PlayStation fan all my life. See, PlayStation. What was that?
I said Xbox perks are better, and I'm a PlayStation guy. I'm a PlayStation guy at the heart.
Y'all got better game titles, but I like Xbox. I used to be a PlayStation guy. I went to Xbox.
Here's the thing, but Sony, they just started doing what Xbox is doing with the Game Pass. They just started, and to be honest, I ain't bought it yet because first of all, I'm a classic gamer. I have a PlayStation 2, and I got like well over 70-something games. I got all the OG titles, the Madden, Def Jam, etc. And also, when I do play my PS4, It's just, I don't know. It's just the price. But I know years ago it used to be $60 every year, and they went.
$59.99.
Yeah, and ever since they went up on their prices, I'm like, I don't know if I could really just afford it anymore. Cause you got the basic, premium, and something else.
Deluxe, and is they want that $100 to make you pay 3 days earlier. Now, what I used to do, I would just buy the standard edition and get EA Play, pay $5 for the EA Play for the month, and you get 10-hour play until the initial release. You're not gonna play the game in 10 hours, you know. I'm not. You know, that 10 hours would stretch me 2-3 days, and I'd be ready to go Thursday night.
Well, that's what Xbox gave us. Well, they gave me a free 10 hours with the EA. I can download it right now and play for 10 hours.
Yeah, Xbox better when it comes to the business.
Yeah.
I give them that. They wait at least in these new era of consoles.
Yeah, before we got on the show, I was looking at it, and that's when I saw it said you can play up to 10 hours. I was like, for free. I was like, okay, cool. But Xbox also have a lot of old game titles with the Game Pass, like stuff that was on the first Xbox. It's all backward compatibility.
Flag on the play on PlayStation for that, because we should be able to at least go back to PlayStation 2 as far as backwards compatibility from the PlayStation 5 and the 4. It doesn't make any sense.
Right, Xbox doing it, so why can't PlayStation do it?
The PlayStation 3 had backwards compatibility.
Well, only the OG version. The OG version.
The first console. The first one, like the bigger one. Not the one I
had at home.
You had it. Yeah, you had it in college. Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right. Sports news. All right. Let me pull it up.
Oh, can I say something real quick before we do that?
Yeah, you can.
Because we was on the college football thing, I wanted to tell y'all the rankings real quick. Number 1, Georgia. Number 2, Ohio State. 3, Texas. 4, Oregon. And 5, Notre Dame. At 6, they got Ole Miss. 7, Alabama. 8, Missouri. 9, Utah. And number 10, they got Michigan at 10.
Ooh.
Which is far.
10?
Earlier, they had Notre Dame. I beat them. They're pretty good.
Okay. We got a lot to look forward to this college football season. We need to talk more college football. I know we gotta talk more.
This is the first year they doing the 6 or 8 team.
It's a
playoffs.
12 team, isn't it?
It's 12 team. Yeah, this is gonna be the first year they do the new playoff. So this is gonna be very interesting how this year gonna be.
Yes, sir. All right, sports news. Jordan Addison was arrested 2 days ago.
A day
ago.
He was arrested.
He was asleep behind the wheel somewhere. Allegedly, he had DUI. He was parked and asleep. I guess a car running.
You could get a DUI for that.
I know.
If the keys are in the ignition. Now, apparently, if the keys are not in the ignition and you park and you sleep, then I don't think they'll write you up for DUI.
What is he doing though? He just lost a teammate last week in a car accident, and then the year before that, he got speeding ticket talking about my dog need to go to the vet. Good excuse. 100 and some miles per hour late at night going down the energy. I gotta use that. My dog.
He ain't exactly the brightest.
I don't understand it, man. Do y'all think the NFL not suspend him but fine him?
The NFL, in my honest opinion, with DUIs, the NFL should come down hard on anybody that has one, because there's no excuse. They have call services. You're rich. You can have own driving service and everything else. I just don't understand people's concept when it comes to drinking and driving alone. But when you have money and you're established, like these NFL basketball, whoever, Be responsible. That's it. That's all you have to do. Just be responsible.
If I'm correct, they
at home. If I 7-bedroom, 10-bathroom mansion at about 7,000 square feet, I might want to get drunk and walk around. I mean, they just do that.
You're gonna get lost anyway. You're gonna end up somewhere.
That's crazy. House so big, you get lost in it.
Yeah, you know, I might bring this part of the house.
That's all stuff.
Somewhere in the part of the house you ain't been in a while.
I had a basement. What in the world?
I ain't know.
Right. Hey, so much stuff you can do at your house. Being that,
I agree. I agree with Flowers though. They need to come down harder. Cause if I'm correct, these players have their own. I think if I'm correct, they even have an app for them.
Yes,
it's basically Uber.
Really?
Yes, they have
their they have their own. They have their own because it's just no excuse. It's no excuse,
right?
Them.
No,
man. We just seen what last year what happened with Henry Ruggs, and we seen what happened with the Chiefs receiver walking away after hurting people. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, NFL needs to come down harder on this because if not, more innocent people will be hurt.
Right, they have too much money and they don't know what to do. But he need to call a friend or something.
But you know what? Knowing the NFL, they probably won't do nothing until it's like somebody big as far as like name wise. That's when they gonna stop doing it, and that's a shame. It always happens. That's when
you think after Dante Stallworth, that's numerous. It's numerous NFL guys that did mess up stuff and they didn't get penalized. Like, come on now. Like they always preach
Tom Brady for the deflated ball.
Right. Y'all going out here, but y'all won't go out these guys from hitting women and DUIs. Like you can, that's fine, guys. If you want to be an NFL player, you can do all that, but just don't deflate footballs.
Don't deflate the football.
Man, Roger Goodell a joke, man.
Making $50 million.
He's just a figurehead. He's just a figure piece. I don't think he do anything.
Nah, he's just lazy and greedy.
He makes a lot of money.
He does.
I don't see what the owners look.
He's bringing them in the deals they've had going on within the past 10 years. So they have gained a lot of interest as far as money and everything else since Goodell's been in it.
Yeah, but that's true. But let me ask you this, Fly. Do you think the NFL has grown? Do you think they've grown as a sport of the past 10 years?
Yes.
To me, it feels stagnant.
I'm gonna say yes because they had a moment where there was a dark place with the Colin Kaepernick stuff and Trump, trying to take away viewership from the owners and the sport, and people having their viewpoints about it. So I do think the NFL for at least 2 years had a time to where people would not everybody, but Black people in general wouldn't watching. And they had to they had to go after the women audience. So you started seeing women referees, you started seeing women coaches. So they got that and they got the women on board. Then you started slowly seeing the people that supported Kaepernick come back. And then, like I said, you see stuff happen with women. And now they're so quick to try to cover that stuff up and clean that up because they don't want to lose their women viewership. So they have had gains as far as gaining audience of women and losing and regaining people that were against Kaepernick with the flag stuff and the kneeling. And
yeah, I feel like the NFL had gained because they are very progressive thinking. So they always looking for nuances to bring in fans, and when they play football in other countries, so they gain viewership from them, Mexico, Germany. So I think they've grown a lot.
Anytime, all we gotta do is just look at the cap, for the next fiscal year. The NFL cap going up $10-20 million a year. Tell you they had a good year. NBA too. It's always going. When it start going backwards, then we have questions.
That's right. So Stephon Gilmore came out and said, "You mean to tell me there's 64 starting cornerbacks that are buried in him?" So he's very upset that he had
Wait, he's
got a
not
call.
playing?
That
No,
he
he's not.
he was in Dallas, and Dallas let him walk, so he's a free agent right now.
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm come back to Indianapolis.
All right. I wish RC was on here because I want to ask him this question. But Lindsey Harding joins the Lakers coaching staff. I don't know nothing about her. Apparently, she played in the WNBA. Flowers, you probably know something about her more than me. But she joins the Lakers coaching staff. They said she was coaching in the G League, and she had her team ranked number 1.
Okay, that's who that. Okay, I know.
Yeah, I didn't know she did all that, but the Lakers hired her. Do you think it was a great move by the Lakers?
I'm not going down it. I think she's deserving the chance that she took those guys to a 1 seed in the G League in Sacramento, if I'm not mistaken. She was in Sacramento or Stockton, one of them. But they have experience with McMillan and who else is on the bench? McMillan and
Scott Brooks.
Yeah, Scotty Brooks. So she can be the coach behind the bench. So her and JJ can have an equal opportunity to both learn, and that's somebody that they had unison for them to come into the staff. So I'm not really mad at it. So that gives her and him a chance to grow. So I'm all about growth, of course. So I know I have no problem with it.
When I looked at her resume, and I was like, okay, it seemed like a good hire to me. Like she knows what she's doing. She had her team playing well.
Assistant coach.
Yes, she is.
Yes.
So wait, I gotta say something because there was a problem a while back.
What do you mean?
It was a problem a while back, in our group chat, and I basically said that hiring Scott Brooks and Nate McMillan was a great hire.
Oh, I remember this.
Yeah, and apparently a few people, Ben,
y'all gonna say a few people that say some names.
Ben Skip Bayless. But apparently a few of y'all was like, felt like the hiring was disrespectful. And what I was trying to get at is, if you hire a rookie head coach, because here's the thing, JJ don't have a coaching resume. The best thing you could do is hire veterans. And my thing is, if they felt like it was disrespectful for them to even be asked that job, then why take the job?
I think I
understand.
My call with it was I don't know if JJ got to choose them or not. I didn't like for the Lakers to choose for him if that was the case. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. I'll gladly admit if I'm wrong.
I just recall
it that way. I felt like JJ should have had his say so in choosing who he wanted. Now, if he chose them, I apologize. I was wrong. Because he does need experience behind him.
Yeah, he does. But the thing is, anybody they bring in is going to be more experienced than JJ. But anyway,
I think that was
not necessarily. They could have hired Rondo.
Well, we're saying as far as the vet coaches. I think that's what it was. I think we were saying, okay, you're hiring them, just hire them as the head coach. I think that was what we were going back and forth.
Yeah, because it would seem like the assistant coach would have more say so than JJ, and JJ would just be more LeBron speaking head more than anything, because that's his boy. That's why I was more, because do y'all really want to do the pairing? Because they seem more friends, and now it seems like you just catering to LeBron, and now you bringing in Bronny, like he gonna be maybe going back and forth. Who knows?
I'm not saying that hiring JJ was good, because we could all agree that it's not. But all I'm saying is that if you have somebody who's young and inexperienced, it's smart to bring in veteran coaches, because I think JJ would be decent with his new way of thinking.
Right.
And sometimes you in a job or wherever setting, sometimes you need somebody young who thinks differently than the veteran per se. Because the last time Nate McMillan coached for real was I believe the Pacers' job was his job, but I mean,
was
he in LA? As far as head coaching,
wasn't he with the Hawks?
Oh yeah, I think he was with the Hawks.
Mm-hmm.
He was, but I mean, I'm just saying the league it changes every single year.
And one more thing I want to point out. I hope none of the other coaches don't undermine JJ. Cause I can see that happening too. Cause JJ, he gets to a point where he thinks he know for sure how things need to be run or how things need.
They not gonna undermine them because they all want to win. Unless somebody dirty macking. Like Doc Rivers.
You know how it is sometimes. They're like, man, what kind of play calling that? And they're like, hey, you know how they get to talking. Like, man, this play,
that's
you don't know what he's doing.
Coach, though. Like, you have to be able to adapt and be able to listen to your bench.
Right.
Adapt.
I hope JJ can do that. As an analyst, that dude always right.
See, let me say something about that real quick too, because as much flack as he gave Doc Rivers, there ain't no fun when the rabbit got the
gun. Right.
You better be careful of your decision making and your coaching and your calling timeouts and your substitution packages, because the same thing you said about Doc, you're gonna be critiqued the same way.
Exactly. So they already got bulls out on their back and everything. It's gonna be interesting for real. Randy said, "I'm with unknown. NFL is stagnant. If Trump is back, he'll start smashing the NFL again. If NFL pisses him off,
he ain't gonna mess with him because there's nothing going on right now that he can benefit from. Trump used the NFL and the Kaepernick thing to help with his approval rating. He's saying that Kaepernick was attacking the flag. He took it upon himself to defend the flag, and that helped him garner approval. In my opinion.
Yeah, politics is more of a chess game. They use things. And
man, let me tell you, politics is wrestling. As far as like
it is.
As far as like you got a face, you got a heel, you got an up and comer. Well, right now Trump is the face, which it is.
I don't want to say nobody's face right now. I want to say,
is he Hogan in NWO when it first started?
No, yeah.
Right now, Trump is the great American Hulk Hogan. 80s yellow and red.
I see.
Yeah,
I don't know. He more like DMX, not DMX. Generation X. He just do where he want to do. And say where he want to do. That's like more like that. But we'll move on. Last thing. Bronny wins Summer League Call of Duty tournament. All right, so y'all say, hold on, but y'all
esports
like, hey, it's sports. It's sports to Bleacher Report. They posted it.
Of course they did.
I don't say this. Y'all say I hate Bronny, but me and Bronny, we almost like the same though.
No, y'all ain't.
Wait, both we have two things in common.
What's that?
Video games.
Yeah,
and the women.
See, you can't even think of two things.
Hey,
stop it.
I know what he's about to say.
Hey,
you know what I'm about to
Ben,
say?
Ben, I know the second reason. Y'all both average triple singles.
Nah,
a night.
It's about that. I try to put in a right turn. You know what I'm talking about, Flowers. Flowers know. We had our women choices. There we go.
Dr. Umar will be proud of both of you. Shout out to Dr. Umar.
He like, hey, I love your podcast. I love.
No,
he said, I ain't never gonna turn no black man down.
I say that sarcastically.
Yeah,
I know.
I love your show, but it just swift. I can't. I don't agree with it. Oh man, that me and Bronny have in common. But I think that was cool that he won. I don't think that I don't correlate the two. Him winning the tournament and him playing ball. LeBron is one of the top rated Madden players. So
let me say something about that real quick.
Yeah,
LeBron James and Bronny need a better PR because he can't be struggling in his area, which is basketball, and then posting about his succession in Call of Duty.
Yes, you can.
It doesn't help. No, it doesn't.
He shouldn't play in the tournament. He shouldn't play in the tournament. He shouldn't play in the Call of Duty tournament. He should have left that off.
It doesn't bother me, right?
It doesn't bother me, but
let me first people. But people like LeBron James and all this, and I'm quite sure they don't care about all that, but the spotlight that his son in, anything that's going to ridicule him doesn't help. That's all I'm saying. Right. So if he's 0 for 14 in the 3 or 4 games he's played from behind the 3-point line, and his trigger finger on Call of Duty works, people are going to see a problem with it. Not I.
Yeah, I don't see a problem with it, but people are kind of look. They in the comments talking about he putting up the wrong shots. Like, come on, bro. Hey, look, you know how your parents is when you watching or playing video games. It's them video games. That's why you can't do nothing. You always on the video games. That's how fans are. That's how they gonna treat Brunson. Like you look at you playing Call of Duty. That's why you sucking right now.
For playing a video game, and he makes 2 times more than Brunson.
Mm-hmm. He can't play video games right now. He can't be in tournaments right now. That's all I gotta say about it.
I agree with Flowers. Because I don't know. Bronny talks, but it's like, I need a how do you really feel about all it? How do you really feel? Man to man, no cameras, just how do you really feel about this? Because, man, honestly, at this point, I just feel bad for him. I think at this point, I think Brian just made a terrible mistake. Cause it's unfair. It's unfair to Brian. It's very unfair to him. You know what I'm saying? I don't mind the fact that he got his son to the league and everything, but giving him a guaranteed 4-year contract, it's just I don't know about
$8 million.
I don't know. I really don't know about that. But man, at the end of the day, I hope Brownie improves and does well. But it just seems like to me he's a better gamer than a better.
He is.
That's what I was saying.
And let me say this: nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with
that. They make millions of dollars playing video games. So, I mean, that's why I'm saying, like, what is his true passion? Because I feel like basketball may not be his true passion.
We don't know that.
There's nothing wrong with that.
I think it's video games. I'm willing to go out on a limb and say that. I think his first passion is video games. Basketball was instilled in him. He was born into basketball heritage, but he's a kid at heart. So
I mean, he's 19.
How you seen?
He has the right to feel that way at that.
Right? Because how you seen his video game videos? I mean, he can play.
The fan won the sign.
Yep. He was showing his Fortnite skills. I was like, dang, he was playing on keyboard. I'm like, okay, he's good. He's really good.
Keyboard and build.
He was building on keyboard. He was building so fast. I was like, dang, okay, I see why he's that good. I play no build, bro.
Yeah, Brian ain't built like his father, when it comes to basketball.
And that's how it usually goes, though.
Yeah, I mean that is, but it's just I wish I don't know. I don't have children, so it's kind of hard for me to say. But it's like I'm assuming if I see a child that wants to get into my profession, and I know he or she is not as good as me, I think I'm gonna look at it like, there's many different things you could do.
Yeah,
you ain't gotta do what I do.
You need to choose something else, son.
Mike Tyson have a few kids, and I think one of his sons wanted to box. And Mike Tyson is like, "Why you want to do that? You wasn't born in the area I was at. You not gonna be able to go through men like me. So why you want to do that?" You know what I'm saying? You know, he got his son to not box but do other stuff, and I think that's okay. That's completely fine. It doesn't make you less human or anything.
And I think that's why Jordan didn't really just push his sons like that. You know, it just if you got it, you got it. If you don't, you don't. That's how it's nothing in between. There's nothing in between. All right, I got a couple of highlights to show you before we get off the show. Let's can't pull this down. All right, we have this kid. He going one-on-one with Parsons. Parsons trying to block this big kid in camp. That's a big boy. That's gonna be a good defensive tackle right there. Move the pocket.
Move that Parsons cannot hold.
What they say, mass move mass, man. Then the other video. I have another one. It's Nick Chubb. 8 months after surgery. That's crazy.
Look at Barnes.
Better not get too comfortable.
Let's go. Big chest, deep breath.
Please don't get too comfortable.
Up fast.
Better not
Don't let it go slow. Don't let it go slow. Don't let it go slow. Let's go. Come on.
Come on, boy. Push.
More speed. Push.
Better not get too comfortable.
What make that so impressive? That bar is harder to squat or push.
Mm-hmm.
It's built in to give you resistance.
See, we had bars like that when I was lifting.
Right.
Straight back bar. Look, I remember. Look, me watching that just made me reminisce most. I was a powerlifting champion.
Really?
Yes, I won the 275-pound weight class my senior year. My junior year, I placed third. But we won state my senior year with 6 people. We had 6 first place finishes. My starting squat was 580. So I was the last person. That was my starting squat. Was 580.
You hit that thing?
Yeah.
I'm here.
The most I've ever done on a meet was 615. The most I put on a bar was 630.
How you do with the 630?
I bombed out on it in state. I got 580, 615, and I put 630 on at state, and I couldn't get it up. I went down with it and got stuck on the way up.
Dang, don't you hate that? You think you on the way up, that's when it happens, man.
Look, 600 pounds.
Yeah. Yeah, I stopped about 315. I was like,
I stopped at 4. I stopped at 4.5 plates. I like more than that. I can't do this.
I used to warm up at 405.
My bad. 3.5.
Dang, he said he used to warm up. That's light work.
Warm up with 400 or 405 before a squat meet.
That's insane. All right, Ronnie Coleman.
Hey, it's funny. We made them jokes. Well, I didn't make the jokes about Nick Chubb noodle leg, and he said, "Okay, watch this." And he put that video out. He's strong, dude's a beast. It's almost like when Saquon Barkley was squatting. I was just like, man, these boys are on another level. All right, we do have a merch store, and y'all the first to see it. We have a new shirt. Lamar Jackson, They Hate Greatness tee.
Hey.
Okay. I like that.
Sir. MVP got his shirt. So y'all can copy in the merch store. I can put the link in the show notes. They Hate Greatness.
Get it, Flock Nation.
Yes, sir. If y'all can tell, they got the little Ravens in the background. You see the feathers and stuff.
I see that.
So yeah. He hooked us up. And if you're a Chiefs fan, we have Patrick Mahomes.
Boom! Get that on my face, man.
He
said, that shirt, man.
He said, they where the haters at? Where the haters at? I'm just gonna win another Super Bowl. Who cares? Who cares? I'm Patrick Mahomes.
How high right now as we speak.
And we have the Boston Celtics NBA Jam, Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum tee in the item shop. Also,
he loves that shirt.
Yes, sir. Man, all the same guy make our t-shirts. He always do an awesome job. Then we got the Angel Reese, Caitlin Clark, They Hate Greatness, and of course Angel Reese, They Hate Greatness tee in the item shop also.
Man, I've been watching a lot of women. Sorry to cut you off, Ben. I've been watching a lot of women basketball, and it's been exciting to see people in them seats. Like I've really been having fun watching like the WNBA. I mean, I used to watch it back then when Candace Parker was playing and whatnot, but it's just good. It's good to see the sport improving in every aspect.
You gotta put the dog
right on.
You gotta put the baddest one up there, man.
Bro, didn't I not? Hold on. I thought I uploaded that picture. My bad. Hold on.
What he talking about?
I'm tripping.
Baddest up there. You about to who I'm talking about? A'ja
Wilson. I forgot to add it. There we go. They had greatness to you.
Hey,
that's right.
A'ja.
I just ordered mine too. I got that one. That one's coming in also.
I got my wife. Yeah. It looks great.
Yeah, I was wondering about the print and everything. My sister's like, it's kind of dark.
It looks great.
It looked great. Okay, good. That's what I was worrying about. Because some of the letters were dark.
Next year, Flajay, and then the year after, Juju Watkins. They're going to be up next.
They had greatness teas. They coming in. I probably should get started on them. Randy said in the chat, he's on PlayStation 5. If y'all want to add him, his handle is right there.
RC Milton.
Not handle. Gamer tag is RC Milton A3.
I'm gonna add you.
I'm gonna add you too.
What's yours, Most?
The unknown 2445, if I'm correct.
Dang, why you have all those numbers?
24 Kobe and 45 my old basketball number.
I guess.
Okay. Oh man, I think everybody in the group chat is PlayStation except for me and Gatwood.
Well, it's crossplay, so it don't matter.
College football. Yeah, I already have Flowers. No, I added you on Apex, so I had to get all y'all gaming.
Do college football got crossplay?
You got crossplay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go.
All right. One more thing before I forget. I'm bad at promoing. I need to hire somebody to promo for me. We are brought to you by LoccTocc. All right, LoccTocc is a sports bettor community. We talk about sports betting and what we see in the games and everything. We trade ideas, nuggets for somebody to win. So connect with other bettors through LoccTocc. Shout out to Paulie Sauce. Paulie, what's going on, bro?
What's up, Paulie?
So follow that guy, dude. He's a good guy, and his app is awesome. So there you go. I think that's about it, guys.
Also, tell people, is the voting still going on for the Pound Bill?
Yes, it is.
Tell people about that.
Dang on. Yes, we have 5 days left. 5 days to vote. Y'all can check that out on Instagram. I have the link there. I don't have the link on me right now, so I will post it in the story tomorrow. So check it out and continue to vote. I'm trying to bring on that title. Yes, sir. All right, guys. We'll be back Thursday with the NFC. Let's do the NFC West. No, I'll make sure that RC gonna be here for that one. So we'll figure out which one we're gonna do next.
Might be the North. Let's do the North.
Okay, NFC North. Green Bay, Minnesota. Ooh, that's gonna be a tough one.
Yeah, that's gonna be a good one.
Bears gonna be a lot. I think Bears gonna be dangerous. Bears gonna be dangerous. All right, guys, man. Thank y'all for tuning in. We'll be back Thursday. Same time, same channel. We are out of here.